Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for August 2nd, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, we're going to just do box by box today. So 2, 4, and 9. So the 4s have a buddy. Putting a 4 in one of these two. This 4 also helps. And then the 9s look into this box. 9 in one of these 3. I don't think these do anything else. The 3 looking up could have been a crossing, but there's no 3s up here. All right, so 4, 5, 7. We do have the 2 7s. That's a 7 in one of these two. And then anything with 4 and 5? We already took care of the 4 that way. I think that might be it. Well, we have a lot of 5s looking into this box, so we can just do that now. 5 in one of those two. The 6 looking up and the 6 looking in is a crossing on this 4, 5, putting a 6 in one of these two. That points in here along with this 6. The 6 looks up, putting a 6 in one of these two. All right. So basically what we learned there is that these two cells aren't 6. Well, this cell's not 6. That's what we learned. I don't think that's immediately helpful, though. Let's see here. We have 7 and 6 here. The 2 7s look down, putting a 7 in one of these two. Oh, this 6 looks down, this 6 looks in, putting a 6 here. The place for 6 in the box. 6s look in, putting a 6 in one of these two. Okay. 7 and 6. We have the 8 looking up. Nope. All right, I think that's what we get out of the top band. Not a whole lot, but maybe the next bands will be better. We have 6 and 8 here. Already have the 6s here. Okay, 8. Really don't see anything going on there. Okay, we have 1 and 3 here. Okay, 1 and 1 look into this box, putting a 1 in one of these two. The 3, not really seeing anything for 3. And then we've got, and then this 6 doesn't help us. We've got 4, 5, 7 here. So there are 5s, we got that already. 4 and the 7. I'm really not seeing much. Any low-hanging fruit here? No. All right, maybe the last band will save us here. 3 and 9. 6 and 7. Okay, we do have 2 6s looking in here. This 6 looks down. 6 is in one of these two. 7. Okay, this is a filled. Yeah. Okay, so this 3 looks in. I was going to say this is a filled box row, so we want to look at these digits and see what's looking into the box that isn't already placed. So the 3 and the 9 are useful. The 3 is especially useful because it looks in through here, placing the 3. And now, based on our corner marks, there's only one place left for 7. And then now this is just going to be a pair. It's the 4 and the 9. This 4 tells us the order. That's 9, that's 4. All right, so we finished this box. That's quite helpful. So this 4 does look up, saying that can't be 4 anymore. That places the 4 in this box. These 9s look in here, putting a 9 in one of these two. What else do we have? The 9, the 3. Oh, the 3 joins the... Oh, even better. The 3 is placed in this box, and then that places the 9. Follow up on these 3s, putting a 3 in one of these two cells. Okay. This is now a filled box row. We had the 3, the 9, the 6 we got. 1 looking in here. This one looks down, placing the 1. Now these two 1s look in, putting a 1 down here. In fact, this is just a triple for the row. We should do that. We need 1, 4, 6. This cell can't be 4 or 6, so this can only be 1. And then that leaves behind a 4, 6 pair. All right. What are the 4 digits left in this box? That's probably easier. We need a 2, 4, 5, 8. 2, 4, 5, 8. The 5 looks down, putting a 5 in one of these two. That points in here, putting a 5 in one of these two. This can't be, so these can't be 5. So these are 2, 4, 8. The top one's not 4. And then these are, this one's not 4. So this is 2, 5, 8. I think this can be any of 2, 4, 5, 8. But this row is down to 2, 5, 8. The left one's not 8. In fact, this whole box is down to 2, 5, 7, 8. So the 7 is down here. And this isn't 8. So the 8's in one of these two. And this is 2, 5, 7. This isn't 2. So this is 5, 7, 8. All right, this bottom band definitely helped. Oh, right, remember the fives? I corner marked the fives here and here. So I should not have marked 5 in these two, because the 5 is here, the 5 is here, so it can't also be here. So these are not 5. So what can we do with that? 7, 8, 2, 7. I'm not seeing anything immediate. 4, 6 pair. Okay, did we create any more low-hanging fruit? We created this column here. In fact, we should just scan this column too. Sorry, this stack. We have both 4s, both 7s, but we have 5 and 6. 5's marked, 6 is marked. Okay, so we'll learn a whole lot more. But okay, this column is down to 3 digits. We should start there. We need a 1, 8, 9. So that's not 1. This column, we need a 2, 3, 6, 8. So this is 3, 6, 8. Oh, it's not 6 either. So this is 2, 3, 8. This can't be 8. So this is 2, 3, 6. Not super helpful. This is 5 digits, so I don't know if I want to do that right now. Is there anything else I can look at? Yeah, so this column is down to 2, 5, 6, 8. That's not a 2 or a 5, so this is 6, 8. This isn't 8 or 5, so this is 2, 6. We're going to find something a little more subtle here, I think. Did I get anything that I can follow up on? I mean, we basically just got stuff on the bottom band. Huh. 7, 6, 4, 5. I'm really looking to see if there's more follow-up. Did I free up any other rows or columns? This is all of 2, 5, 6, 8. Okay. Something we can check for is stuff like partial triples, like this 3, 6, 8, this 2, 3, 6. How do we check for it? So in this case, because they share a row only, we just want to check the rest of the row and say, okay, maybe there's another cell in this row that's limited to only 2, 6, 8, or sorry, 3, 6, 8. So what we want to do is think about what are all the other digits besides the 2, 4 that's already placed and the 3, 6, 8 we're looking for. So that's going to be 1, 5, 7, 9. So other than the other 3, 6, 8, we'd be placing a 1, 5, 7, 9. So if any of these cells see all of 1, 5, 7, 9, seems very unlikely, but in that case, we would have a 3, 6, 8 triple. Now we do not have that. So let's look for this 2, 3, 6. So yeah, it's too open. The row's too open, but we'll check anyway. We need a 1, 4, 7, 9. So do any of these cells see all of 1, 4, 7, 9? This sees 1, 4, 9. So we should mark this one. I think. It can be 2, 3. Can't be 4, 5, 6. Could be 7. Can't be 8, 9. So you can see how it's close to forming a triple, but it doesn't because it can be a 7. But I said 1, 4, 7, 9. This can't be 4, 7. Definitely can be 1. All right, so no luck there. Where else can we look here? I think I might just have to pick rows and columns with 5 remaining digits and just go for it. Let's start with this column. Maybe there's something I missed here. We need a 1, 2, 3, 5, 9. So much harder to keep 5 in your head than 4, at least for me. 1, 2, 3, 5, 9. So this sees 1, 3, 5. So this is only 2, 9. 1, 2, 3, 5, 9. We're not so lucky anywhere else. But this 2, 9, I wonder. Let's do the rest of this row then. We need a 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 8, 9. So this is 2, 5, 7. And now we have a triple. Okay. And again, I've said this in, not in this video, but I've said this in plenty of videos, and it still rings true. The best time to find a pair or triple is when you pencil it. So if you're using a computer to help you pencil it, or you're just blindly penciling a bunch of things at once, it's a lot harder to come back and find this kind of thing. But what we have here is a 2, 5, 7 naked triple. You notice that these 3 cells have only 2, 5, and 7 available. This is 2, 5, 7, this is 2, 5, this is 2, 7. And you can't repeat any digits in these 3 cells because they share a column. So in the green cells, I will end up placing a 2, a 5, and a 7 because I can't leave any of them blank. And I can't repeat any of the digits. And 2, 5, 7 is all that's left. So that is going to use up the 2, 5, and 7 for the rest of the column, meaning this cannot be a 7. And just to show you in kind of the other direction, I would never do it this way. I would never find it this way because that's silly. You want to find it directly and get all the eliminations at once. But I can prove to you that this can't be a 7. Because if I try to make this a 7, then this becomes a 2, this becomes a 5, and this becomes a nothing. And a cell that can't be anything means you have broken the puzzle. Because you have to fill a digit in every cell without repeating in any row, column, or box. And so in this case, we can't repeat in the column. So this cannot be 7. That places the 7 in this box. So this is not a 7. And then we can actually look at what's left for the rest of this column, which is 4 digits. We need a 1, 3, 4, 6. So these can't be 4. So these are 1, 3, 6. And I think this can be any of 1, 3, 4, 6. It's tempting to mark it because of the triple, but I'll just have to remember the triple, I think. Oh, and this can't be 6 because we have the 6's corner marked here and here. So you need to remember that. All right, so 2, 5, 7, triple. How can I follow up on this better? I got the 7. Is it this box? Maybe I should look at this box. We need a 1, 3, 5, 6, 8. Ah, the 5. Interesting. Yeah. Because this 5 looks in, and then this 2, 5, 7 triple eliminated 5 from these. So this is the only place for 5 in the box now. And that places this 5. Okay, so there was more follow-up with that. I just didn't notice right away. So this is 1, 3, 6, 8. This can't be 1 or 6. So this is 3, 8. This can't be 3. So this is 1, 6, 8. Okay, perfect. Oh, this can't be 6. Sorry, I missed that this couldn't be 6. So this is down to 1, 3, 4. Okay, so I can mark it. That's nice. 1, 3, 6, 8. 1, 3. Okay, we got the 6s already, darn. Trying to see where to follow up. This column is down to 2, 3, 5, 8. But this can be any of them. No, it can't be 8. 2, 3, 5. Huh. I did that again, the box. Okay, I was looking at this row and I got distracted, reasonably distracted by the 2, 5, 7 triple. So let's look at the rest of the row. We need a 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. So this can't be 2, 5. So this is only 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's not 8 either. It's the box. So it's down to 7, 9. So we have a 7, 8 and a 7, 9 here. That doesn't seem to match up anything. 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. I think this can be any of them, which is no good. Okay. 7, 9. Looking for any follow-ups here. This row is down to 3 digits. We need a 1, 2, 3, 8. This can't be 1. So this is 2, 3, 8. This can't be 3, so it's 1, 2, 8. And this can't be 8, so this is 1, 2, 3. This column is down to 1, 2, 3, 9. Can't do anything with that. 1, 2, 3, 9. Wow, I'm still missing something, even after this triple. Okay. Is there something with 5s that I can do now? Yeah, I mean, 5's in one of these two. We can mark that, but that doesn't immediately help us. All right, I gotta find somewhere else to look, I guess. Hard to say where. I'm looking for, let's see, this is still 2, 5, 6, 8. Okay, what about rows? I need to look more carefully at rows, I think. 1, 3, 6, 8. What's this going to be? Because it's not the 3, 6. So it can be 1, can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It could be 8, 9. So 1, 8, 9. Okay, not too helpful right now. Maybe later. This row I looked at. Yeah, there's not like even a semi-obvious place to look. Is this box limited? We know this isn't limited. I don't know. There's a lot of overlap. The 4 and the 5, the 4 and the 5, the 8 and the 8. So it doesn't actually see all that many digits. Maybe there's a marking that I ignored. I made that mistake a few times already, like these 6s, these 3s. The 9s here, the 5s. The 6s here, the 1s. 7s, 8s, 5s. Not seeing anything. Wow, okay. I may have to take a step back from this puzzle and look at all the givens again. See if I find any like newly unlocked geometry. So first thing I'm looking at is this 4, 5, 7. So we need 4, 5, 7 in these 4 cells. And what I'm looking for is whether there's a cell here that can't be any of 4, 5, 7. We don't have that. But what we do have was we have this 7 here and this 7 here. So in this column, the 7 ends up in one of these 2 cells. And that's gonna claim, but we don't really care because we actually just have these 7s lining up that I didn't notice. So I somehow missed that the whole time. 3s. Okay, so that didn't help too much. 4, 5, 6. 6, 8. That would be nice, but no. 5, 6, 8, no. 1, 3. 6, 3, no. 4, 5, 7. I'm looking. 5 in this row is in 2 places. 1, 3, 9. Okay, I guess one thing I've noticed is the 4 in this box is one of these 2. But I don't think that does anything. And this is still 2, 4, 5, 8. Yeah. Huh. This one's got a nasty spot in it. Is there something I missed, like in this column, maybe? Let's just look at these cells. I mean, they may be too many, but I'm just going to pencil them and I'll erase them if they're no good. So we need a 1. We have 2, 3. We need a 4. We have 5, 6. We need a 7 down here, and both can be 9. So this is down to 1, 4, 9. This is 1, 4, 7, 9. So I'm not going to mark that, but 1, 4, 9. I don't think that helps me. What about this box in general? There's just not that much looking in. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just paying attention to each digit as it relates to this box, but there really isn't anything going on that I can tell. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 9. Okay, I must be missing something that I've already penciled. It's come down to that. 1, 3, 6, 8, 9. Oh, here, I have it marked. It's a 2, 3, 6 triple in this row. Well, I don't remember which one I last marked, but whichever one it was, I failed to look for the triple, as I did here. I succeeded here, failed here. All right, and as you can see, it's hard to find after you've already marked it. But this is a 2, 3, 6 triple in the same way this was a 2, 5, 7 triple. So we can remove 2, 3, and 6 from the rest of the row. So we can just think about what's left. And I hope this does it. We need a 1, 4, 7, 9. So this can't be 4, 7. So this is 1, 9. These can't be 1s. These are 4, 7, 9, and it's not a 7. And this is still 1, 4, 7, 9, which we just marked. But do these do anything that I just marked? 1, 9 feels the most, yeah. So that makes a 1, 8, 9 triple in this box. So before we apply the 1, 8, 9 triple, something to pay attention to is the fact that this isn't 8. So we know the 8 is going to be limited to these two cells, right? Because if you remember our logic over here, these 3 cells, you can't repeat a digit. A 1, 8, 9 are the only 3 digits available. So one of these has to be an 8. And we know it's not this one. So one of these two has to be an 8. And then that's going to point up, telling us this can't be an 8. Because if this was an 8, we'd have only 1s and 9s available here, right? If this was an 8, this would be a 9, this would be a 1, and this would be a nothing. And that's no good. So this is not an 8. That's kind of a deduction that we don't want to forget about. But we can also remove 1, 8, and 9 from the rest of the box. So this can't be 9 anymore, making it a naked 2. Let's see, how does that 2 affect things? It does place 2 in this box right here. So these can't be 2. And then this is just a 3, 6 pair now. So the 8 in this column goes here, or the box if you prefer. That's 6. Cannot be 6 anymore. That can't be 8 anymore. All right, we get the 2, we get the 3, and that resolves our 3, 6 here. The 3 looks in, placing 3. Oh no, 3 is already placed in the box. All right, that's an 8. Let's clean this up more. That removed an 8 corner mark, leaving just here. That removed a 7, putting the 7. That's 5 and 2. We resolved our 2, 5, 7 triple. That's a 2, that's a 5. That's 8, 5. This is a 2, 4. Can't resolve that yet. We can clean it up. This is our 3. We get the 1 and the 9. We get the 8. This triple resolves, 9, 8, and 1. We get the 4 and the 7. Okay, so that's our 4, 9, 7, and 1. We get our 6 and our 4, a 2 and our 4. That's 6. All right, what's this digit? This is a 9. Gives us the 1, 3, and 1. Finish this box, oh, 3 in the corner celebrating. Finish this box with a 3. Finish this box with a 2. This 2 saw up, and a 9. And then last 3 digits are 5, 6, and 8. So the 5 goes here, the 6 goes here, and the 8 goes there. All right, yeah, a lot of triples to spot in this one. Not an easy one because of all the crazy triples you got to find. I'm a little disappointed in myself that I didn't see this triple right away. I must have been distracted by something when I marked them. I'd have to review the footage to find out exactly when that became the triple. I think it was this 2, 3, 6. I'm going off memory here. When I marked it, because like I said, the point that you mark it is the point that you should be looking for the triple, because coming back later, as you can see, can be very difficult to spot. And that was key to solving the puzzle. And then we had to then follow up and say, oh, now that this is only 1, 9, that makes another triple here. So, you know, we kind of had 3, I think it was these. I think we had 3 different triples to deal with in order to solve this puzzle. And they had some interesting follow-ups each. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.